He's wrecked my life, he's wrecked it in a good way. So much redemption. So much grace and forgiveness. Coming into Midtown in a small setting, I was the only single parent. I had 2 daughters. At the time, very, very young, very small girls, and it was hard, even that way, to come in, kind of embarrassing to come in and look around and say, I'm the only divorcee here. Just as soon as the music started playing, just tears, just broke down. What was beautiful is people would go, I noticed you've got 2 beautiful daughters, and they'd come up and make conversation, and even though I felt very much like I'm the only guy like this here, how can I fit in? They just used that as a bridge and connected with me, and it was great to have Randy come to my house and sit there with me and want to know how I'm doing and never judge me for it and never try to fix me, but just sit with me and love me. Guys like that just early on who walked with me through all of that mess, all that spoke to me. Said, I'm here, I'm loved, and so now I want to love other people. Going overseas to coming here to going through a divorce, through a long journey of darkness after that, to meeting my wife, to having all these children that have blessed me, and then now currently, in a profession, a career of investing in real estate and working with homes and renovating them. And I love walking into these homes and they're being uncared for and forgotten and abused. And to be able to walk in to a house and listen, because it's got a story, and walk around and look at everything. And this story in this home is different than this story in another home. And I don't want to treat it the same way. But the goal is to bring it back to life. The goal is to love it and to treat it with kindness and listen to it and give it what it needs, and let that house become beautiful again. It's still not perfect. It's still not, there are things that you just can't get around almost, that they're going to be permanent structures in a home, but you say, I'm going to make this new in the most beautiful way and bring beauty back. Our God is redemptive, and I've seen it in my life, and I want to see it in other people's lives.
12 years ago, I got diagnosed with, I started to suffer from a progressive facial paralysis. And I was told I had cancer, and then I was traveling to different hospitals around the country. When I found out about it, I was in complete shock. I became very numb. I've continued to go have some other neurological issues and struggles that I haven't understood what was going on, but I just have to trust that the Lord's writing a bigger story. And I really, truly feel that the Lord, part of how He speaks to me is giving me physical things. I came from a family that how you looked and how you smile and look in a picture is important. And so for a while I thought my mom I remember her used to work with me as a child on the muscles in my mouth so that my teeth would show more when I smiled. And so suddenly when I smiled, half of my face works and half of my face doesn't. And so I thought the Lord was doing this for her. I thought, this is for my mom, that the Lord is going to show her that I can still be beautiful without looking perfect in a picture. But what I realized was He was doing this for me, to break down the stories and the lies that I've been told that that's what my value is in from a young child. That that my value is in him. And so every time I look in the mirror, or every time I get my hair cut and have to watch myself talk to my hairdresser for an hour, he tells me that I'm still beautiful. And he tells me that that I live in a broken world. And this is not it. And this does not define me. He is what defines me. You know, we live in an Instagram world where people are taking pictures all the time. And I do appreciate, but I still struggle with it every time I have to take my picture, that how I look is not what matters. When I've shared that story with my community group, that the truth that they can speak to me that I can't see has been so valuable. To see the face of my community members that are like, oh my gosh, I don't even notice it, and it's beautiful. And I don't want them to rescue me in it, but it is so sweet to hear the truth of what they see in me that I can't always see. And I can't always, you can't audibly hear from the Lord. And so I feel like he speaks to us through the people around us. And that has been a huge part of me as I continue. I will always struggle with this, but I think it's been beautiful to see how my community has spoken to me in it and helped me to proclaim truth in it.